Okay, you guys, full disclosure here, or full disclosure here. Borderline, put your seatbelt on, sweetheart. You want to call me a drooling slug? Is that right? A drooling slug? You really got this thing about yourself that you think you're all that in a bag of chips, don't ya? Don't ya? I'm getting ready to show everybody who you really are, okay? And by the way, let me just tell you something. You see, I'm getting ready to go in for my surgery. And when I come out and I heal, I'm going to show you exactly what I can look like. And I put you to shame. I put you to shame. Okay? So let's just get that straight here. Be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it. There's nobody as beautiful as an Italian woman. And so sorry you don't understand that, borderline. I'm going to show you, though. I'm going to show you. So I'm a drooling slug, am I? Okay. See, even with very, very little bit of makeup on here, I have a glow about me without tons of moisturizer on my face, without tons of pancake makeup on my face. You see, there's just a natural glow here. It's natural beauty. When you glow from the heart, you don't need a pound of what did I call that? Geisha girl makeup. Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. Because your beauty is natural. Do you understand? And especially for an Italian woman. Woo, girlfriend, you ain't never seen nothing like an Italian woman dressed up to the nines. I'm getting ready to show you very shortly. Okay? So everybody else, let's get serious here now. I was just listening to the video I made. Now, although I was solely making fun of her, everything I said in there was accurate. And here's what I want to tell you. You know, it's been said all along, and I think it may have been in her Buddha at the gas pump interview. I'm not sure about this, though. I think it may have been in there when she said this, that people were accusing her of being a fake and putting on airs because she said one. And that's when she said, well, she couldn't say the word I for 10 years. Understand very clearly. Go back and listen to her videos. You guys got to start paying attention here. Go back and listen to her videos. She says the word I very well. She says the word I very well. Yet, when she wants to put on airs and put on the guru personality, prim and proper, we're back to the one word. And that's why I made that very prominent in my last video. One does this, one does that. And here's the whole purpose of why I pointed out those things in such dramatic detail in the last video. To understand, and I'm not sticking up for Nithya Nanda by any stretch of the imagination, but truth is truth is truth is truth, and that's all I want to say here, okay? If she wants to sit there and say that her shaking her stuff there was just art, it was art. It was beauty because she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Like I said, she's a legend in her own mind. But it was art and it was beauty. And yeah, she's just all that, you know. You guys got a treat by watching her, you know. It's something. That's what it is, just something. If that was art, and let's be very clear, I don't deviate from what I say. People who talk about being in a Leela are still in Maya, okay? If what she's saying is what she really believes, that's fine. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. But she's still in a massive delusion. She's not a realized being. And if she believes what she's saying, because I'm telling you, I know the personality of a psychopath, And she's just putting it over on you people because you're buying it. You're buying it, okay? That's why I got called a drooling, what did she call me? I can't even remember. Consciousness don't care. Consciousness don't care. Whatever she called me. Because I can see her. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just amazing. But if what she said was true, that this is just art, and it's in the Leela, and she don't have to be an old fuddy-duddy when you realize, she's nothing close. When you realize you don't have to be a fuddy-duddy, that's probably why she has sex with her disciples too then, No doubt about it. But here's the only thing I have a problem with then, y'all. Why is it okay for her and it wasn't okay for Nityananda? Why for 10 years was she crucifying Nityananda for living out his Leela and doing his art? Whatever you want to say about Nityananda, people paid a lot of money for those programs, and he gave them their money's worth. He gave them their money's worth and a little more because they all left with a demon attached to them. That's neither here nor there. Let's stick to the art. He gave them the light show. He gave them the Shiva. He gave them their money's worth. And trust me, without any doubt, that is art. That is art. So why is it okay for her and it was never okay for Nityananda? She made a name for herself out here, defaming him, that all he was a fake and a fraud, and all he does is play dress up, and no real guru does that. But she supposedly is a realized being and a sannyasi, because just the day before, she posted her sannyasi ceremony. And now she's up there doing a little something right on the video. So why is it okay for her and it wasn't okay for Nityananda? That's my only point here. This is not to defend Nityananda in any way, shape, or form. But let's look at truth. That's all I'm saying here. Let's look at truth. If there was such a thing as a Leela, then even that truth in the Maya should be universal in Maya. That all these gurus that want to claim they're realized and they still want to go around having sex with all their disciples and doing all this crap. Well, what's good for one's got to be good for everybody, right? So why wasn't it good for him, but it is good for her? Tell me. This is what I want you all to be looking at. This is what I want you all to be looking at. See, actually just take the names and the faces off. Take the names and the faces away from this whole situation and just look at the actions. Just look at the actions and the volume, the sheer volume of lies. Every time that woman's mouth is moving, she's lying. So why was it okay for her to do what she did, claiming to be a celibate sannyas, which, I'm sorry, by this time, it should be a good quarter of a century that she's supposed to be a celibate. At least 25 years now, she should be a celibate. And she's shaking a groove thing over there like that. Don't think so, honey. Don't think so. And the way she has the chest hanging out and the geisha girl makeup. No. Nope. Sorry. There are these entities and demons that enter a person's form when sex comes into the picture. You see, this is how a mother knows when her daughter has started having sex. She carries herself differently. She dresses differently. She starts showing the breast, the butt. She starts wearing her clothes differently. She starts looking at men differently. fixing the hair a certain way, the makeup a certain way. You know when a woman is out trolling, and that viper is out trolling constantly. Constantly. So she called me a something drooling something. Well, you understand here, when I tell you I'm a celibate, I'm not out here to impress anybody. We're lucky that I even get up and put the makeup, the blush, and the eyeliner on, because I really could care less. I have no one to impress. So you can tell by people's actions when they're telling the truth and when they're lying. And in your own life, you know when you started getting to the age when you were being attracted to the opposite sex, how you started carrying yourself, how you started presenting yourself. And a celibate being does not call attention to the form. Very sorry. Someone who has taken sannyas, who claims to be a celibate sannyas, does not behave like that. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Every time that woman opens her mouth, she's lying. And yet she wants to say, let's say, honesty, transparency, spirituality, integrity. Do you see any of those things in that woman? Do you? If you do, you belong over there because you're dead in the sleep. You're dead in the sleep. So this is the only point I'm making here. Even in Maya, there are certain things that apply to all. That apply to all. It's like over in India, the gurus sleep with their disciples. They never talk about it. It's something that's known by the people over there. It's something that's known. She did it while she was in India, see, and she brought it back to the U.S. as she's sleeping with her disciple. Yes, she told everybody she was a celibate. As a matter of fact, she did exactly what Nityananda did. And yet, she sat on her high horse and called him out. Called him out. And even now, she is able to sit here like, or stand over there like she is a geisha girl doing a little something, something. And yet Nityananda was a fake and a fraud just putting on a light show. Why wasn't Nityananda in his Leela? Why wasn't what Nityananda doing art? That is the question. And this is not about defending Nityananda. This is about truth. This is about discernment for you guys. This is about discernment. It's not about judgment either. It is about discernment, and it is about truth. You see, when you have someone who has been out here defaming people for years, and she lies so good and so smoothly that even the people closest to her, her own disciples, will get up and lie and smear somebody, an innocent person, and they believe they're telling the truth. This is what these psychopaths do. This is what they do. Okay? When you have somebody like that, that is evil like that, who sits on their high horse and defames another human being for doing exactly what they're doing, what kind of evil demon are you dealing with? What are you dealing with? The one thing that I can say in Nityananda's defense, he never outed anybody else. He was doing exactly what everybody else over in India was doing. He never outed anybody else. He even never outed her. He could have. Well, he went behind the scenes and was attacking her, but he never outed her the way she did to him. And she was doing the exact same thing. So now here's the only question I'm posing to you guys. If what she did yesterday was art and beauty, because you all got the privilege of seeing her beautiful form, because she's all that in a bag of chips. She's so sensuous and beautiful. And why was it okay for her and it was not okay for Nityananda? That is the question. And it's not about taking sides one against the other. It's not about that. It's about truth. It's about you looking at something objectively. Look at it objectively. Take away the names and the faces. Remove the names and the faces and look at the behaviors. Understand what the customs are in different countries. And she is the worst out of anybody. She is the worst because she went to India. She participated in all their vile regimens and things that they do with gurus. And she brought it back to the U.S. where it's not acceptable. And she did it. And then she tried to play the martyr, Miss Goody Two-Shoes. And she was doing exactly what was done over in India with her own follower. Okay? So who's worse? Who's worse? Somebody who's following the customs of their own country and keeping it under wraps because they know that people from outside their country would not accept it. Okay, I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I found out what he was doing it. But today, I understand why he did it. I understand why he did it. And I understand that it is acceptable over there. This is why he said that other one, the one, I can't remember anything anymore because all this stuff is so putrid. It doesn't mean anything to me. That other one, the one that begins with R, that's in prison for life now for raping a 16-year-old. Nityananda said he was persecuted because he was only practicing his religion. You see, I understand that. On some level, I do understand that. And she lived over there and she practiced it. And she did the same things while she was over there. But then the vile, venomous viper brought it back to the U.S. where it is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. And here she is doing it. Here she is doing it. And then playing the martyr. And attacking Nityananda because she knew exactly what he was doing because she had done it for the previous 5 years. So now, remove the names, remove the faces, look at the behaviors, look at the cultures. And then this is what you're going to do. You're going to use critical thinking and you are going to objectively, not subjectively, get your own emotions out of the picture. Objectively, you're going to look at the behaviors, the countries, the cultures, and see who is the real viper here. See who is the real viper here. Okay? And I got something coming up for her. I'm going to show her what real beauty looks like when I get home from my surgery. She will, in fact, be the drooling whatever she said. She will, in fact, be that. Trust that. There is nothing more beautiful than an Italian woman. You fool, you should have known that. You should have known that. This is your ego, pure and simple. Your ego. Every time you open that mouth, you show what a huge ego you have. That's what you show. Who cannot see this? Who cannot see this? You're not going to get a better lesson than this. Number one, you're seeing plain and simple the behaviors of a female psychopath. You're seeing the covert way she's getting her messages across to me. That what I was saying, the bait and bash, what she was doing to me for the past 6 years, you're now seeing how she's doing it because she's not trying to hide it so much. Okay? And you're seeing how people have accused her of putting on airs because she was saying this one and that one. And she says, oh, no, I'm not putting on airs. It's just that when you realize there is no I there anymore, so it's difficult to say the word I. Well, she has no problem saying the word I. She says it every single day. And now today she puts out that video. When one is in realization, one does this. She puts on the airs when she feels she has to. She is a typical psychopath. And you guys really need to open your eyes. You really need to open your eyes. She is nothing but a chameleon. Ask her, what number personality is this that she displayed today? Guys, have a blessed day.